Pillow reporter is former international cricket umpire joining us from Mumbai. Kishore Bhimani, senior sports journalist, someone we all respect greatly. Pradeep Magazine, another very respected senior sports journalist. Atul Vasan, former Indian cricketer and commentator here on Times Now. And Shailendra Singh, managing director of Percept, which manages cricketers and sports persons, among others. Shailendra, no running away from this, is there this time?
I don't think there's any way out, because to be honest, I mean, the lawmakers themselves are ensuring that there is so many gaps in the law that there is an opportunity to break the law. When you break the law and the person is found guilty, what happens to them? Nothing happens to them. Now this, we always discuss this, that where is the issue, where is the transparency, where's the governance? But in this case, I mean, where is ICC actually denying
ICC
this?
says
These
nothing.
are registered.
ICC basically has told us today, we have a zero tolerance. None of these umpires are involved in any games in the T20 in Sri Lanka. We will not make any further comment on the issue. But that's the end of the story, not a word.
I agree, but Arnab, the issue is that there have been many, many instances where there have been issues where fingers have been pointed.
Are they dodging? In your view, ICC is dodging?
For sure.
Why are they dodging?
You know, it's a simple philosophy.
Why are they dodging?
Because they made a law. It's a simple philosophy that you make a law where there's a window open. It's a typical old story. You leave the window open, there's a mosquito that comes in, and then you blame the mosquito. For God's sake, these guys have made laws that leaves enough scope for match fixing, for issues of non-transparency, and that I think just is not fair to the fans and the custodians of the sport.
Just a small question,
Atul, if that means in the history of cricket nothing has gone wrong, you are admitting that things go wrong, but hang on, that somehow nobody's got penalized.
Things will go wrong.
I mean, you know,
Things will go wrong. Let me tell you.
My only point, Atul, is that if somebody does wrong, has that person actually got penalized? I mean, I'm not going to name anybody, but something happened in Commonwealth Games. I mean, a big issue happened, okay? The biggest scam took place, but the guilty party today is in business again. So hold on, if the laws permit you to commit a crime, point number one, I mean, what happens to them? And if everybody gets away with it, then I mean, you're going to have a corrupt society from the top.
To the Newshour viewer tonight, my question is: Do you believe the Newshour viewer? Let me ask put a question to the Newshour viewer.
The system of the country.
You can't say it's the system of the country. I mean, that's what I made a point. We've got 600 million people below the age of 25.
The Stone Age, where let's go back to the Stone Ages, where a person caught stealing, his hands got chopped off.
Not that, Atul.
The court of laws have set these people free. The point is, what has come to the fore is that there is a problem, and there will be people always susceptible for greed and for moral lack of ethics, you know, and you got to indemnify the sport against that.
Let's watch how ICC penalizes these umpires which are registered with ICC.
Okay.
If you give me, Arnab, just 1 clear minute, I promise you I won't take longer than that. Number one, let's not say cricket is in danger. Sting operations could not touch Hansi Cronje, Salim Malik, Azharuddin, or people of that kind who are actually at top of the ladder. Number two, cricket is not in danger. We have had in football Grobelar and Fashanu in an international scandal. Paolo Rossi was banned for a year for fixing matches.
Mr. Bhimani?
No, my point is, today let's see it in proportion. This is 15,000 rupees being offered. It's trivial, unbelievable.
Why is it unbelievable?
By giving these examples, are you truthfully on national TV endorsing that this is fine? Whether it's in football, cricket, this is fine to happen? The debate tonight...
No, please, as I said, just give me... Mr. Shailendra Singh, I just wanted half a minute to complete my argument.
Sure, sir.
It is terrible. Throw these guys out. But cricket has not been violated in any way.
Of course, but who's throwing these guys out, Mr. Bhimani?
In hunt of TRP.
Who is throwing these guys out?
In quest of TRP.
No, that's all. Mr. Bhimani, you are saying
Can I come in?
No, one sec. Sure, Pradeep Magazine wants to come in. Coming back to you. Pradeep Magazine, yes.
Look, Arnab, whatever I have seen of this thing just now, I don't think these umpires are saying that they are going to do match fixing, or they are going to give wrong decisions for being paid money. I think all they are saying is that what are the possibilities of an umpire's involvement. And there, when they are saying that at international level it's very difficult, because now you have referral systems, and you can't give a batsman out. It could be LBW, which could be something which they can do, but they are not saying that they are on a take or they are going to do it. So unless this sting operation has more than this to it. I think it will be unfair to pass a judgment on this sting operations that these umpires are also involved, or they're willing to do something wrong. Second point I want to make is on these referrals. I think what this shows is that that technology is a check on the umpires, and I just wonder that why is India not accepting this technology? It just struck me that technology will overrule the umpire. If umpire gives a wrong decision, or if umpire gives a biased decision, there is this technology which is going to correct that. And for India today, under these circumstances, to say no to it, to me now appears even more something which looked at absolutely from a very different perspective again.
I just want to bring one point, that this is a gentleman's game, and I think taking away the human aspect just destroys the heart in cricket, and making this a virtual cricket world is a bit dangerous, but I guess it's going to head there. But having said that, just one point. I mean, there was an interesting thing that happened in World Cup with Sachin's dismissal, if you recall. I mean, he was given not out nearly 3.5, 4 times in a row, and also the person sitting in the third umpire's chair also happens to be a human. So this generic issue that we're discussing today maybe establishes one point, that is greed good? And if greed is good, which looks like the economic model of sport that BCCI, ICC are promoting, if greed is good, the next generation is in serious danger.
One point here tonight. Gentlemen, we've had a good debate. One, nobody is putting an air of finality into this, Atul. Nobody is saying these umpires are all guilty, etc. The only and limited point which is being made tonight is this: if the matter has been claimed by a channel, why would the ICC, since they are ICC panel umpires, not say that we will have an investigation into this matter in a very, very detailed manner? We will investigate into this, we will speak up into this, we will give a statement 1 or 2 days from now, instead of saying we won't have. Yes. You know, by simply saying they were not involved in the ICC World T20 is perhaps not the last word on it. That's all. But the story is open. India TV editor Rajat Sharma told me on Top of News Hour tonight, we are willing to supply the full tapes to anyone who wants to investigate. So the story is not over. Gentlemen, Mr. Bhimani in particular, I love locking horns with you, but tonight I couldn't. I will wait for the next opportunity, sir. Thank you very much for joining me on the News Hour tonight. Thank you very much.